How are you doing? I had a really busy weekend with work. It was fantastic. And a really wonderful psychic medium asked if he could talk with me for a minute. He and I have been doing a similar monthly event in Lexington, Kentucky. And he asked me how things, I don't know, kind of amped up for me in terms of connection with the other side. And my initial response and conversation with him was just to sort of give him the backstory as to how I came into doing this work. And then the following morning, I was getting ready to go back to the event, and I had this insight that what I had shared was not the message that would most benefit him, and I felt really encouraged that I needed to talk to him about something specifically. But then I was crazy busy on Sunday, which was fantastic. So if you stopped by and saw me on Sunday for a reading, I would like to thank you, because it was such a powerful, powerful day. And I appreciate you. I'm truly honored to do this work. So he and I caught up on the phone on Monday, and that conversation led me to, I don't know, a knowing, a nudge that happened yesterday, which was Tuesday, that I needed to make one of these videos about daily practice. I know I talk about it here and there, and I have shared tidbits of things that have come through to me in meditation or from my guides just in a walking meditation. And I thought that it might be beneficial. Even if it helps one person, I'm here for it. So let's talk about daily practice and why it's important. As some of you already know, when my sister passed in November of 2023, I was obviously deeply in my grief. And by the time January rolled around, I was pretty depressed, and I couldn't make my way out of it really. And typically I'm okay at doing that. So I was having a bit of a spiritual crisis of sorts, and I was kind of like shaking my fist at the heavens, like, something's got to change here. I need help. So, I finally remembered to ask for help. Lo and behold, within that 24-hour period, I came upon a meditative practice that kind of lit me up inside, and I knew that that was a sign that I needed to follow it. So I started doing this daily meditation, and immediately my anxiety lessened a little bit. All the grief was still there, but my energy lightened enough that I was able to move through my days more easily. And then, I feel like this is so connected. An acquaintance of mine, someone I had known for almost 20 years, called me out of the blue saying that she had this intuitive nudge to invite me to go to an event in Indianapolis, and that the intuition just wouldn't leave her alone. And then she added, oh, and by the way, there is also this weekly breathwork meditation that you might be interested in. As soon as she said that, I was covered in chills, and I knew that was for me. So from that point forward, I had a really solid daily practice of the daily meditation, the weekly group breathwork meditation. And I also knew that by walking, like hills and a little arduous walking, really helps to clear the energy or get the energy flowing for me. I especially love doing that before I'm going to give a reading, because it just really helps center me. So it doesn't matter what your daily practice is. I think what matters is our willingness to show up. There was a time, I don't know, a year into that daily meditation, where I would say, let me back up. Starting out, I was pretty good about doing it 4 to 5 times a week, which I thought was great. It was hugely beneficial. And then I hit this period where I was really not prioritizing it. Maybe I was doing it 2 to 3 times a week, and I was feeling kind of badly about that because I knew what good it does for me. And I was in the meditation, and my primary guide said to me that the meditation itself, she called it the allowing. And what she meant by that was that by taking the time, I was showing this little willingness on my part to show up and allow myself to become aligned with universal Christ energy, to be a conduit for this work that I'm doing, the allowing. And I love that so, so much. I wrote it down. It's on a Post-it note. It's on my bedroom wall on a photo frame there. That combined with a message that I received on January 1st of 2025 when I was out on one of those walks, I received the message, your job is to keep your vibration high, your anxiety low, and everything else will flow. And I've talked a lot about this, I think in the newsletter recently, about being in this flow state and what is that flow state. And I really, truly believe that it all comes down to some type of daily practice. The other piece of my daily practice is what I call prayer work. And I typically do it when I'm in the shower, because when I go to bed at night, it's far too easy to tell myself, oh, I'm too tired. So I'll usually do that when I'm in the shower. And these things just help align me. If you're not sure what kind of daily practice would light you up inside, what gets you excited and motivated enough to actually do it, there's just one thing, well, 2 things that you need to do. One, ask. Just ask. What is it that I can do in my daily practice to help me on my journey here? I mean, we all, I think, want to be on our best and most brightly lit path. So what is it that would serve us in that regard? And just ask the question. We far too often just don't ask until our back is against the wall, or our knees are on the floor, and finally, or me being so depressed, shaking my fist, help me, help me. So just ask. And then the second thing is listen. Listen for the response. Very often will come through other people, can come through music or a book you're reading or a podcast you're listening to, but you'll know it because it'll light you up inside, and or it'll catch your attention, and you'll think, wait a minute, what? I think that was my answer. So what would serve you? I'm really interested in knowing if you already have a daily practice, something that you know and you feel how good it is for you by when you don't do it, the difference that it makes energetically. And for me, it's also all of that helps me stay more present in the moment, for sure. So I would love to hear about it. I hope swallow. I hope you find this helpful, and and that you have a magical day that far, far exceeds your expectations. Until next time, peace.